What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Beauties in the Brawn podcast channel. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. We are halfway there. Thank you for everyone who's supporting us, all the new and the old listeners. Now let's get into this video. In today's video, we're going to be doing something new. It's a music video breakdown. I love watching music videos that are cinematic and creative, and the video we'll be talking about today is very creative and has a message I think everyone needs to hear. The video we're going to be discussing today, or breaking down rather, is Dove Cameron's breakfast video. Ooh, say you want to talk about power. Ooh, let me show you power. I eat boys like you for breakfast. Okay, I don't want to get copyrighted, but that's the jam. I heard that song on TikTok and I was like, oh, I need to go find this song. I found the song and I saw the video, and y'all, I was like, oh, I need to talk about this video. The song has come out a little bit over a month ago, but I still want to talk about it. It's still relevant, and I think it has a pretty good message in it, okay? The video/song touches on the Roe versus Wade law and gender roles, but in reverse. So in the beginning of the video, there is a trigger warning, basically saying that it contains sensitive content and people may find it offensive or disturbing. After that trigger warning, we see there's a man making his wife breakfast. She looks like she's getting ready to go to work, and she kind of pays him no attention, even after the plate smashes to the floor, because as he's bringing her plate, she's lifting up her arm to drink her coffee, and the whole plate falls to the floor, and she just sits there and kind of looks at him, not really caring, and goes back to doing her business. Then you see her walking into the office, and this is where sexual harassment comes into place. There's a meeting going on, and during this meeting, there's a woman touching a man's lower back, kind of caressing him, and Dove looks over, which, you know, she's playing the boss. She looks over and sees what's going on, but doesn't really care about it. She's kind of just looking and just looks away and go back about her business. So next, it skips to a scene. Dove Cameron is making drinks for the coworker. She's making him drink them, basically. He looks like he's reluctant to drink it, but he's doing it because it's his boss. And you know how that goes. So he feels like he needs to do it, basically. And she's feeding him olives and she's making him take a drink, and he's kind of just doing it. He's kind of just doing what she says. And this is also sexual harassment. Do you know that this is unwanted on his end? And you just keep doing it because you know you have the power. You have the power to change this person's life. Either they kind of do what you say, or they'll be out of the job, and it'll be very hard for them to find another one. The next thing you see is the coworker. He gets a call. So it's like the next day at work, right? He gets a phone call and he leaves urgently.
Oh my God, men are so fucking emotional. Like, get it together, you know?
This is something that really irks me that men do. They like to call women emotional, and women work off emotions like men don't have emotions, but then complain that women don't listen to men's emotions, or men's emotions aren't important when they, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's all men and all women, but you feel me? You feel what I'm saying here? So next we pan to a scene with the man in the doctor's office. Now he's laying down on the table, basically he's at his OBGYN. He's getting checked out because, oh my gosh, I think I'm pregnant. It looks like he's either getting checked to see whether he's pregnant or not, or he's getting a schmortion. So really quick, I do want to throw in, I saw a couple people talk about this video, right? And some people were indicating that maybe his drink was spiked by his boss and she took advantage of him, and that's what happened. And maybe that's why he ended up going to the doctor and thinking he was pregnant. Or, it was something that he didn't want to do but did anyway. So I just wanted to throw that in there because, that's another reason in the Roe versus Wade law that was overturned. Even if you get taken advantage of, you still cannot get a smush-motion. So, I think that's why some people were leaning towards maybe his drink was spiked and that's how that happened. And some people may say, well, why did he go back to work? What other choice did he have? He has to go to work. He has to make his money to pay his bills. He has to do what he needs to do to live, to survive. I do think that is a possibility that could have happened. I think that part was left for interpretation, which is very smart, I feel, on Dove Cameron's part. So the coworker goes to the doctor, see if he's pregnant.
Everything will be okay. But next time, make sure you don't drink so much. And make sure you're dressed appropriately so you're not provoking women. Have a good day.
Now hold the fuck up. You mean to tell me that if someone takes advantage of me, that it is my fault because I drank too much or I wasn't dressed appropriately? So that is means for them to do what they want with my body because I am the reason why they're doing it. So it's my fault that they took advantage of me, not their fault, not because they're evil, not because they're disgusting, but because I chose to dress the way I wanted to and have a couple of drinks. And that indicates to a nasty ass person that, oh, hey, come over here, take advantage of me. And I'm not making light of this situation. I'm just saying this is the dumbest shit ever for people to say. When you hear about RAPE cases, the initial thing you would hear people say or ask is, was she dressed appropriately? What was she wearing? What did she do to make that person come on to them? He hands him a pamphlet that says, Good Moral Behavior for Young Men. Meaning, here's a book on how not to get RAPE'd. Here's a book on how not to provoke women to do disgusting things to you. These are the things that you need to do. And you might be safe. You might not. But, you might. Like, what? She is crazy. And I don't mean crazy in a bad way. I mean crazy in a hell of a good way to put that into her video, to put this message out there. And I think it's so crazy that she did it in a role reversal way to make it seem so much more important. Because women are not as important as men as some would like to live their lives, okay? So when it's happening to a man, it just feels like or seems like it's so much more important, and maybe we should really take a look at this. That's why I feel like she went with the role reversal. So at the end of the video, it looks like she's coming home from work. She's sitting down. She has her glass of whatever liquor it is, and she's turning on the TV, and she's seeing all the outrage over the Roe versus Wade, and she's turning the TV off. She's like, nah, that's not important. Nah, whatever. Women, so emotional. And the TV just comes back on and it's still showing this. And it's like she tried to turn the TV off to silence it, to put it on the back burner, to just make it go away. It's not that important, but you can't do that in real life. You can't just turn it off. You can't just close your ears. Like, it's nothing we can get away from. Women now have no control over their bodies after 70 years. And the fact that there had to be a law in place in the first place for me to say whether I'm pro-choice or pro-life is wild to me, just beyond wild to me. The TV is turning back on. It's going to shove it in your face that this is a problem. This is a problem and it needs to be fixed. The TV's going to turn back on. You're going to hear about it. You're going to see about it. And at that point, it looks like she comes to, and she looks terrified, as all women were when they heard about this. She looks terrified. She looks concerned. She looks like, my eyes are finally open. I can finally see that this is a problem. I thought this video was very informative. It was a message that I feel like everyone needed to hear, and it was very important to make this into a video, especially in the way that she did it. I felt like it was very important to hear something like this and see something like this. I commend her for doing this video. I thought it was groundbreaking, and I really loved the song. The song also coincides with the video, so if you haven't heard the song, please go listen to the song. I hope you guys liked this kind of video. If you did, let me know in the comments. Should we do more music video breakdowns? I enjoyed doing this. I enjoyed seeing what other people had to say about the video, men and women. And tell me what you think about the entirety of the Roe versus Wade. I don't like to get very political, but I do think this is something that is important to women especially, but also for men to see that this is a problem. We don't just be crying and emotional about everything. Like, this is something that's very important to all of us, I think. Don't forget to comment and share, and we will be back with another video. Holla.